I'd been saying on television for 2 weeks, it's time to go in, it's time to tear these things down. They only go up, they only get worse, and they're going to continue to metastasize. And then finally, the cities and the university chancellors, probably listening to guys like me going, it's time to take these things down, they don't get better. So I think it's really not up to law enforcement. Law enforcement has to wait for the chancellors, because they're private property, whether it's Columbia, whether it's UCLA, to get the order and then go in. So I think police are doing the best they can.
What do you think about UCLA and the faculty members this past Friday? They had a big press conference that the faculty were demanding the prosecution of the Jewish students or community members who went and retaliated for the attacks on the
independent investigation. I mean, look, you got Israelis all over the 818. They're pissed off. They're going to show up, and what you saw was skirmishes and little clashes, and I don't think they were that big of a deal. But listen, we're not in Israel. We're here in the United States. I'm not going to get behind any violence. I'm not going to get behind any type of incitement, whether it comes from Jews or whether it comes from students who are pro-Palestine or pro-Hamas or anti-Israel, or whatever you want to call them. I started the pro-Hamas lexicon months ago. I was the one that put that word in, because that's what it is. Problem is, they don't even understand what it means. Those people begin thrown off building tops. So what do I think about that? Listen, I think Jews are getting tired of pushed around on these campuses. I think I got to a boiling point, and I'm sure there's a little independent investigations that are cooking right now. Let them investigate, and no one should be putting their hands on anyone.
You think there's enough deterrence on the encampers to tone down?
No, they got to be taken down. They got to be dismantled. The deterrence isn't even the word. They need to be completely removed. They need to be immobilized. All of the massive collective gatherings of anti-Israel protesters, all of it needs to get shut down. It's rhetoric, it's incitement, it's pro-terrorism. They need to be shut down. That's a domestic security issue, which is what that turns into. So I don't think it's even, it's just they need to be shut down.
The encampments, but how about the protesters who were very hostile?
They get shut down. We crossed over from free speech into pro-terrorism incitement and pro-radicalization incitement. All of it needs to get shut down.
Isn't this a national issue now?
It's an international issue now. It's happening across campuses and across countries all over the world. So all of it needs to be shut down. But you're seeing law enforcement getting more aggressive with it, because the cities are saying, hey, wait a second, starting to metastasize and permeate into more violent calls for pro-terror propaganda. It needs to be shut down.